Greetings, my fellow Fright Fiends, and thanks for dropping by Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. This is my second part of my new Halloween series for 2019. It's called Family Friendly Horror. I just talked about The Haunted Mansion, starring Eddie Murphy. And this video is going to be not only going to be talking about the Addams Family movie from 1991, but also its sequel, Addams Family Values, which would come out in 1993. Now, I grew up loving the Addams Family television series. I feel like there's Munsters fans and there's Addams Family fans. Now, I appreciate the Munsters, was a huge fan of Fred Gwynne, but I was always a fan of the Addams Family more. I don't know what it was. I just loved the characters of Uncle Fester especially, and Lurch. I absolutely loved the show. I loved the cartoons. And in 1991, Barry Sonnenfeld, way before he would do the Men in Black movies, did the very first Addams Family movie. And it featured an amazing cast. You had Anjelica Huston as Morticia. You had the late great Raul Julia as Gomez. Christopher Lloyd, who I knew from Back to the Future and the show Taxi, as Uncle Fester. Carl Stroiken as Lurch. You had Christina Ricci as Wednesday. Of course, the movie was based on the characters by Charles Addams, and it was written by Carolyn Thompson and Larry Wilson. And pretty much what the plot of the first Addams Family movie deals with is you have these con artists that are trying to rip off the Addams Family, and what they end up doing, they end up using this accomplice who claims to be the long-lost Uncle Fester, brother to Gomez Addams. First Addams Family came out, I was a senior in high school, and I was trying to become a critic on my high school paper. And one of my assignments, because I had to compete with this other student who was the primary film critic for the paper, my journalism teacher sent me to go and watch this film, which I was going to do anyway, but I still remember it was right around Christmas time that year in 1991. Went and saw this film, and I absolutely loved the film. And I remember a lot of critics didn't like it, and I still think the other student that wrote for the paper, I could be wrong because again we're going back almost 30 years, but I still think the student that wrote ended up getting his review in the paper. Unfortunately, mine wasn't chosen, but I don't think he liked it that much. There's so many great things about this movie, and why this movie still continues to shine is that it really takes that dark humor from not only the television series but also the Charles Addams comics and incorporates it into a movie setting. The opening shot, the opening scene where the carolers are singing in front of the Addams Family mansion, and you see the family on top of the mansion about to dump something from a cauldron onto them, something scalding to get rid of them. That's directly from a Charles Addams comic. And I think everybody just shines so amazingly in their roles, especially the late great Raul Julia, who I absolutely adore as Gomez. And even though I love John Ashton and he originated the role, Raul Julia is the best, in my opinion, to play the character. He is so funny and so charming, and just has this magnetism that illuminates in every scene he's in. And him and Anjelica Huston have a terrific chemistry together. Also, Christopher Lloyd really got into his role as Uncle Fester. I know that he did shave his head and his eyebrows for the audition, which is insane, but he is Uncle Fester. And you know, there's this part of him that, you know, at first you're kind of like, I mean, as the movie's, you know, taking place, you're thinking he's just impersonating Uncle Fester, but then as the movie goes on, he begins to become friendly with the Addams Family, and you see that Uncle Fester side of him come out, and it's really awesome. Of course, this is one of Christina Ricci's first movies. I think she had done Mermaids before this, but she's just amazing as Wednesday, and I think she really made that part her own and really elevated it to another level. Also, I was a fan of Dan Hedaya, and I really think he plays Tully just perfectly. I really think he plays the villain really well in this, and I've always been a fan of the guy. I think he's a terrific actor as well. I love the location of the house, everything with the traps. There's this really cool scene where they go into like this underground vault under the house. That whole scene is hilarious and amazing. Just the set design is so cool. You're just pulled into this world. And I think this is another film that kids would just have a blast with, because not only is there monsters in it, but it's done in such a tongue-in-cheek way that I think it would allow younger audiences to have fun with this instead of being terrified by it. Much less so than The Haunted Mansion, which has some very scary moments. I think this one is played more for fun. There's some really terrific set pieces in this where they're dancing. Mamushka, I still remember that whole dance scene. Is just, yeah, I can't say enough great things about the Addams Family movie from 1991. Absolutely a film that I think parents with children would enjoy. It's a lot of fun. It's got some terrific performances, and I would easily give this movie 5 stars. I want to thank everyone for taking this time to drop by the Horror Zone. It really means a lot to me that people are supporting what I do here. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button down below. I upload videos at least once or twice a week. It would really mean a lot if people would spread the word about this channel. This is a passion of mine. I love the horror genre, and I'm really happy to share my love of it with all of you. So thanks so much again for checking it out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Peace.